What's going on? What's going on? What is going on, people? Shout out to the CIA. Today, we're going to get into another part of this whole corporate America, black man image, just a bunch of, honestly, when it comes down to it, it's pretty dadgum sad that, honestly, that our forefathers and ancestors took all them beatings and lynchings and all this other kind of stuff just to get to a place to where you can actually, where you've had more opportunity than ever time in your life, and black men are being held back by black men, black men's mindsets, more than anything else. If over the last several shows, if nothing else is proven, have shown that a lot of guys, a lot of black men are just stuck worrying about stuff that ain't got nothing to do with what the real issue is. You heard me sit around and have to argue with men about dreadlocks and about playing the corporate game that they chose to go to. All these different things. You know, yesterday pretty much took the cake when I had a guy telling me that, yeah, I'll just make it up. I'll figure it out. You know, like, all right, I'll just make it up. I'll just figure it out. But see, here's the one thing I want to talk about today is that in a long line of issues with black men face when trying to get in corporate America, move up, becoming the best version of themselves, personal development, their words often get thrown at black men like this: lame, cornball, dusty, weak, all beta male, all these words get thrown around. Just hard to think like them. Just get thrown, appreciate it, man, get thrown around haphazardly, just thrown around. But the number one word the black community uses to control you, black man, is to call you gay. That is, Family Feud survey says, ding, 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 99 out of 100 times. The one word they want to throw at you is gay. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. And really what it comes down to more often than not, what I realized is someone who's been called gay by people who can't beat me, honestly, they can't beat me. I've never been called gay by a man who could beat me. So there you go. I've never been called gay by a man who was doing better than me. I've never been called, on the outcomes, on the numbers. I've never been called gay by somebody who's winning. I've always been called gay by losers, guys who cannot compete with you, who cannot match arms and show that work. You know, they may be better at the insults and all the other kind of stuff. That's not what I do. But you can't deposit an insult. You can't do any of the things that people use to throw at you. You can't deposit these things. And it is one word that it is often used to limit you because it is a direct shot at your masculinity. See, American black men, we're supposed to measure our manhood by our ability to have sex with women. And see, the problem is, I've never been called gay by a dude that was better with women than me. You often get called, when the word gets thrown around, gay gets thrown around, it's often because of ignorance. Ignorance of the actual subject matter, ignorance of the situation. And at the end of the day, I just don't like that dude. I just don't like guys like that. All right, let's get started. First off, hit the like button. Hit the like button. I remember back in college. When and on the yard, when you're in college, it's pretty much the same. Everybody's there, black, white, and Hispanic. When you're black on the yard, whether you're a Kappa like myself, or whether you were non-Greek, there's a pecking order, there's a hierarchy, but everybody pretty much got in where they fit in. But you know what started to happen is, and everybody would pretty much play by the rules, but along mid 80s, one funny thing started happening. You start having dudes come up from the hood, from the ghetto, from that side of town. They would come to the college campus and try to holler at the college women. Now here's what happened at this point. They got upset because the hood swag and all that stuff that worked for them in the hood, they had no juice. It didn't work. I've never lost anything to a hood dude in my environment or his. See, when they rolled up to the yard, what made what they thought was masculinity, manhood, they felt stupid because the women wasn't checking for them. Nobody was checking for them. They were laughing. They honestly got laughed at. But the difference is only a couple of these dudes would do that. Most of the dudes just came up and had a good time. They weren't trying to compete with you. Why are you going to try to come to the yard to compete with a college guy? You're not in his element. And vice versa. You went down to the city, went to the hood. If you wanted to holler at one of the chicks in the hood, you could. But it was kind of that we just left each other to each other. But the funny thing is, there was always a respect that Rodney and Antoine and folks like that had, because they look at you as like, man, I wish I'd have stayed. I wish I'd have made some choices that you made. You got opportunities and chances that I've blown for myself. So more often than not, these guys would sit back and say, all right, college boy. Nah, man, you don't want none of this, man. Don't do that. College boys around. Because they wanted us to go on and to get into that corporate world and compete. But all that's changed now. Now, instead of having that unity, that harmony, that kind of that mutual respect, in the Black community, we've got to the point to where it is trying to, who can disrespect each other the most? In particular, who can disrespect Black men the most? The first word you tend to hear hurled out of a Black man's mouth to another Black man, the high joker insult is gay. Well, I've already done a video, but I want to see what you guys have to say in the chat room. I don't like that because you dress like you dress like this, you dress like that, you dress like a girl, you dress like a girl, you dress like a woman. Okay, what is the most masculine, manly thing a man can wear? In the chat room, what's the most masculine, most manly thing a man can wear? That in an instant, you recognize him as a man. Let's go. What is it? Somebody said a necktie. Oh, looky, 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 looky. A suit. A suit is the most masculine thing a man can wear. You want to dress like a girl? Put on jeans and t-shirt and tennis shoes. Yeah, I said it. Prove it, prove me wrong. You want to dress like a girl? Put on jeans and t-shirt, tennis shoes. You want to dress like a little boy? Put on jeans, t-shirt, and tennis shoes. Little boys dress that way. Little girls dress that way. Teenage boys dress that way. Teenage girls dress that way. Women dress that way. But you never see any of the people, any of the groups I just said, dressed in a suit. So if the most masculine, manly thing a man can wear is a suit, and Black men are so worried and hypersensitive about that being called gay and wanting to make sure they ain't disrespected, they want to be off the rip respected, then why do you have such a problem with wearing a suit? The very thing that you say is the most manly thing a man can wear. It's the uniform of manhood. It's the uniform of manhood. So, first off, the most manly thing you can wear is a suit. Number two, one of the things Black men have always had to their advantage is style, flair. It has been one of our natural born gifts.
White just had a door open to a management opportunity today. Uncle Kev speaking the truth. Invest in yourselves like him investing in this tuition.
Of course, intellect, if it's not gay, you're white. So that means anything that's positive is associated with bizarre land Black America. But we're gonna stick on this. If Black men in this country have always been, we've been the trailblazers as far as style. People have followed us. Why have we regressed? We've devolved. We're almost goddamn primitive. to where if you're not dressed in jeans, t-shirt, if you're not dressed street, you're gay. All right, let me go ahead. And the funny thing is, who is that hurting? You can see a 40-year-old black man and a 15-year-old teenage black man, and they'll be dressed the same. Like it or not, at a glance, the world puts you in the same category as that 15-year-old. They don't take you seriously. You're not considered to be a threat. You're not even a factor. At best, you're a worker bee. You are not a man. Because human beings have evolved to make decisions and distinctions. And the average, and in our mind, we sit back and say, why is that 40-year-old man dressed like a kid? One thing I can assume about this person is he doesn't take himself seriously. He's not a leader, and he's not somebody that I need to take seriously. That does not mean he needs to be disrespected. People be courteous to you. But you take that same man and put him in a suit, stand in the mall, I guarantee you, excuse me, sir, can you show me how to get here? You know how often I get asked, do I own this something or do I work here? 90% of the time I'm in a suit. And I think it's funny that in Black America, the word gay gets thrown out a lot and white gets thrown out a lot, but understand something. Check the source, check the information. If it ain't coming from somebody who's above you or who can help you get where you need to go, keep it moving. Because why they're insulting you, it doesn't matter. It's their issue. They got a problem, not you. So what I'm talking about today is Black men, you don't have to dress like a little boy or a girl. You don't have to dress in jeans and t-shirts and sweatpants and tennis shoes in order to be a man. Yeah, it's time for Black men to start reclaiming being stylish and not worry about folks who ain't got what you got. Again, I'm gonna keep pushing this point. I've never heard this being thrown out by anybody who can do anything for you. I mean, some of the most ignorant shit I ever hear of. You're gay, you're white. So anything with class, distinction, masculinity, culture, respect, anything that's supposed to be positive anywhere else in Black America, if you do it, you're gay? All right, let me go ahead and show this. Guys, hit the like button. Hit the like button, hit the like button. Hit the like button. This guy, I have a guy on the screen right here. This guy is an Instagram model. He caught fire about 4 years ago. This man right here. Call it Mr. Steal Your Grandma.
Is there a difference between style and fashionable?
Yes. This guy right here is called Mr. Steal Your Grandma. He's down there in Houston. Now, in any other culture, they would revere this man. Older guy, silver fox, in shape, full beard, model looks. You understand? When he first started taking off into his career, you had Black folks trying to tear him down, calling him gay, because look at what he's wearing. Because see, look, the suit thing, it's hard for me to really call you gay when you wear a suit because it's the most masculine thing you can wear. But as soon as you do something like this, wear jeans with some holes in it, oh, see, that's gay. That's gay. You see how they fit around the ankles? Them skinny jeans, that's what them fags wear. Beep that word. That's what they wear. You see them boots right there? Those boots, that's what them undercover homos wear. How ignorant we are when we say stuff like this. Meaning that you can't dress in a stylish way. Now, these are the same Black people who will fight tooth and nail to have braids and dreads and tattoos and express themselves and speak the way they speak. Same Black folks who would fight you tooth and nail to be able to cuss and fuss and whatever. But if you dress in a stylish way, completely masculine, you still gay. Man has on a fedora, a t-shirt, jeans, and some boots. But that right there is supposed to make him gay. Okay. See the brother over here with the suit on?
Treated very different whether by society or that spicy senorita. A friend says I dress like I own a yacht. Currently car shopping. Audi dealership treats me way different.
Of course they treat you way different. That's the whole point. You're going places they can't go and you're doing things they can't do. And therefore they're upset, jealous. They feel some kind of way because when you get called gay, whatever, you are going and you're moving in environments that they can or won't. That's what it comes down to. You're moving environments that they can't or won't. So they got to try to muddy you up. It's sick. It is really sick. Got a brother right here, has on a nice overcoat with fur. You see this, you see guys everywhere wearing this kind of stuff, but they would call this brother gay. Why? Because look at what he did with his beard. Any guy that would dye his beard, it's got to be gay. Now, if you use Beijing to dye black, it's cool. But if you're going to go this way, it's gay. All right. So let's just take the casual look. Now, these are fatigues, camouflage. But no, it's gay, man, because you see, he rolled them up at the bottom and he's showing his ankle. That makes you gay. See, if he had on some Timberlands or some shit and they was 2 sizes too big, then that's cool because he got on a t-shirt and that. But because he rolled his pants up and look at the way he's posed, that's gay. Look at him, it's soft, it's weak. And then he got a purse on too. He got a bag, that's that purse, you know. That's that gay stuff they're trying to slip into black men to make everybody secretly gay or incels. Yep. You see that brother walking with a button up, a blazer on, some more trousers up. But see, again, he's showing his ankle. This is gay. All this is gay. All of it's gay. Again, he's in a well-tailored suit, billiards, but he got on Gucci loafers. No, gay.
Who romanticize the Italian mob. Men who wore suits and clean-cut SMH.
Gay is all day long. All of this is gay. You know what's not gay? A hoodie. You know what's not gay? Oversized white t-shirt. You know what's not gay? Jeans that fit 2 sizes too big. You know what's not gay? Jordans. You know what's not gay? Timberlands. That's what's not gay. If you can wear it to the gym, it's not gay. If you can't be ready to fight in any moment, then you wearing some gay stuff. All right, I got a question for you. For everybody that thinks like that and wants to throw that, how's that working for you? How is that helping you outside of the Black community? How is it helping you in life? Who takes you seriously? Who values what you say? Who's listening to you? What positions are you in? What do you have other than an opinion? Because when they tried to savage this brother, plenty of people came out and said, wait a minute. You're trying to say this guy is gay because he just dresses nice and he's in good shape as an older guy. This guy makes millions of dollars now and is always fashion here, fashion there. And the ultimate point is, why? Why can't Black men be stylish and not gay? It's because you need to be in a box, Black man. You need to be in a box controlled by people who, even if you did what they asked you to do, they still wouldn't like you. Let me say that again. You need to be in a box to where even if you did what they told you to do, they still would not like you. You want to help out poor people? Don't become one. I had a guy on the channel yesterday talk about he would rather have a Black man who's a janitor than a Black man who's an executive, who ain't woke. I'm like, the Black man who's an executive. In one breath, he praised Robert F. Smith. We ain't gonna overcome till we have more Robert F. Smiths. Then 15 minutes later, he turned around and called Robert F. Smith a sellout because he had a white second wife. But yet he said, I would have taken that money if he gave it to me. And this guy went to a white college. Question is, why is it always gay? Now understand something. When you're talking about gay, you mean homosexual. Homosexual means having sex with the same sex. That means they're basically saying if you dress like this, you have sex with men or you want to have sex with men with no proof. See, we used to have a world to where you wouldn't say stuff about people without proof, especially something as inflammatory as calling somebody gay. But not today in Black America. We will say whatever. It's no holds barred. People will call you whatever, say whatever with no proof. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Black men, do not get in to the business of trying to disprove a negative. Don't get into the business of trying to prove to somebody who don't like you. What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? They call you gay, white. What are you gonna do? Become unsuccessful? Stay down there with them, get down there with them? Think they're gonna like you and accept you? No. What are you gonna do? Pull out receipts? No. This guy ain't gay. He's not really gay. Look at where he was with this woman, that woman, because here's what happened. Oh, that's just a picture. She's just a beard. She's just a model. She's just this, she's that. That ain't his girl. That ain't for real. I ain't gonna believe it. I ain't gonna believe it until I see him actually having sex with this woman and I talk to her. Remember that Dave Chappelle skit? I'll believe it was R. Kelly when I see his when he talked about, I believe it when I see it was R. Kelly, when he does this, that, he's holding up his ID with a social security card, his grandmama's on the phone, da. All that for what? To get some random person who can't help you, who ain't talking about anything other than making you the problem. So let's start talking about some basic things. Shoes. Black men, you keep walking around wearing these tennis shoes, athletic shoes, and the first thing you want to say is comfort. They're more comfortable, and more this, they're more that. That's feminine. Women and children worry about comfort. Men dress for outcomes. When I hear a Black man talking about comfort, I think you have, it always kills me, the dudes that want to dress the most comfortable and call other folks gay are the very ones that look feminine and talk feminine. You look more like a woman than I do, or guys like me in a suit. Tennis shoes are for little boys or for when you're on the court. But Black men, after you get past age 25, you need to hang up the jersey. Your sports are over. But again, the average Black man wants to stay young because he has no future to look forward to. He's got no plan. We got Black men in their mid-30s still calling themselves young fella. Young. You are not young. You are middle-aged for a Black man. What's the average life expectancy of Black men in America? Life expectancy for African American men. Average life expectancy for Black men, 69.1. 69.1. Black man. Let's call you 70. If you are 34 years old, if you're 35 years old, you are middle age. I want you to look around on YouTube and see how many 35-year-old Black men are still dressed like teenagers. Oh, I'm at home. I'm comfortable. I'm relaxed. No. In your workaday life, still dressed like teenagers, still talking like teenagers, snapping and roasting and cussing and this and that and da. I'm not talking about occasionally. I'm talking about this is what it is all the time, 24/7, 365. This is constant programming. I see far too many Black men who are too old to be dressed in the way they dress. I said it, and I'm qualified to say it because I'm the image professional. You're too old to be dressed the way you're dressed. Dressing age appropriate and career appropriate or job appropriate. What have we heard the last week? Black men rebelling against consistency, structure, and discipline. Rebelling against masculine dress. Rebelling against standards of manhood. Rebelling. Where's that rebellion getting you? But you can rebel and express yourself. But if a brother wants to look stylish or fashionable, or have a sense of style or whatever, if he ain't doing what you do, he got to be gay. I want you to listen to some people out in the world when they talk. Everything a black man does, look at the way he crosses his leg, look at the way his fingernail is growing, look at the way this, look at the way that. It's all gay. The best thing you can do for yourself, black man, is laugh at them and keep it moving. When I was at the Tool concert the other night, I had a good goddamn time. When I'm out and about living my life, I laugh at the very dudes, man. Look at it. You got that purse on and this or that. And I'm like, Minister Jap Challenge still exists. I've yet to have a man take me up on it. And I've yet to have a man take me up on it. Your city, woman for woman, live stream. Let's see who can actually deliver. Let's see you versus me in your environment, in your city. And let's see who really gets chosen. Most of these guys aren't even shown. Most people who insult you or say this kind of stuff, no, it ain't true, but it doesn't matter. It's about taking you down, pulling you down. For what? And that's why I say, for what? What are you really doing by telling black men to stay in a box? Stay here. How does that help them? Now, I don't care. Why am I directing this to black folks? Because black men, your image is at the bottom. This is when you hear black people start bringing in other groups. Well, white boys don't have to do it. Well, this or that. You're an F student. You don't talk about what the students making A's are doing. You need to worry about yourself. Stop worrying about what Mark Zuckerberg, who's a billionaire, can do, and worry about what your broke ass needs. That sounds harsh, but it's the truth.
Grown men wear Chelsea boots and double mugs.
and then be the main ones bitching about respect. How do you feel about tighter jeans? I feel that as a professional, I will say this: the average person has their suit or their coats 2 sizes too big. The average person's shirt is at least 1 size too big. For people who are new to my channel, I don't want any of my people who have been around to answer this question. This is for new people. I am 6'4", and before I lost weight when I got sick, I was 205 pounds. What size shirt do I wear? Double XL, XL, large, medium, small. 6'4", 205 pounds. What size? Just call it a t-shirt. Call it a t-shirt. What size t-shirt do I wear? I said, I do not want anybody who's been around. All right, look at all the larges and extra larges. It's a medium. And depending upon the shirt, it could be, and depending upon how it's cut, it's a small. So for all the people who put large and extra large, you're walking around wearing your clothes too big. When I do a new client questionnaire, I can look at a person and say about what size they are. Most guys don't know their sizes. Most guys have never been measured, don't even know what size shoe you wear. So think about it. These guys are saying large and extra large, and if you was to wear a medium t-shirt, that means it's gonna be too big. Not realizing how important fit looks. Kids, and what's the importance of fit? I want to show what the importance of fit is. The importance of fit is men have clothes that fit. Kids don't. See this stuff, all this stuff he has on fits him because he stopped growing and he got grown man clothes. Your mama put you in clothes that you had to grow into, and you still walking around dressed like your mama dressed you in big baggy stuff. All this stuff fits. You look at a man whose clothes don't fit and he looks like a child. How do I feel about tighter jeans? Here's the problem. Most guys think everything is skinny jeans. Jeans are boot cut, regular or straight cut, slim straight, slim, and skinny. You know what size? You know what 80% of men should be wearing? Slim straight. But most guys think slim straight is skinny because you grew up with Jabot and what were those other ones? You know, the jeans with the big stitching and bold stuff. Look on anything in the 90s, and guys had jeans that were just huge, huge. True Religion and all this other kind of stuff. To where they go around your waist and then all of a sudden you can't see your leg. There's nothing. Your clothes should fit. Slim straight just means they fit your leg, and then right below the knee to the ankle, they just kind of follow the silhouette down into your shoe. There's not a lot of flaring material down at the bottom. But the average guy, yeah, Echo, Rockaware, all that other stuff. And think about what I'm saying. You got on a t-shirt that 1 or 2 sizes too big. You got on jeans that's too big. Then you top it off with some tennis shoes. Yeah, you got it. Average t-shirt and jeans. Yeah, you think about what I'm talking about. Yep. Think about what I'm talking about. And then you wonder why people laugh or just sit back and don't take you as seriously. So here's what it comes right down to, guys. Black men, there's a difference between style and fashion. The difference between style and fashion. Fashion comes and goes. Style is eternal. Style is how you wear something. Fashion is the clothing. Like the suit I chose to wear for this video. It's because I chose to use more style. The collar is a cutaway collar versus a classic collar versus a classic or pinpoint. If you're already lost, if you already don't know what I mean, you're not a man. I'm sorry, but you are not a man if you don't understand basic men's wear. If you don't understand what I just said, cutaway versus widespread versus classic versus pinpoint versus button down, I just grab a shirt and put it on. Being a caveman, being a Neanderthal, just saying, oh, Trog buy shirt, Trog wear pants. That does not make you more of a man. It makes you a child. I just pull shit off and put it on, and I ain't worried about all that stuff. See, we've romanticized this retrograde way of living. That's saying, you know what, man, I'm too much of a man to worry about this shit, man. I just pull on stuff, And you hear guys talking about this like it's a badge of honor. Because it'd be different if what you were doing and you had the outcomes to show it. If what you're saying, show me the outcomes. That's why I love what I do. It's about the outcome. And the outcomes are whack. You can dress like that and be a worker all day long. Cool. And this is not against work and anything, but you ain't gonna move out. Nobody gonna take you seriously. You're gonna get the outcomes that you dress for. So one of the things that happens more often than not, especially when I work with Black men, the first time I put them in clothes that really fit, they are uncomfortable. This ain't right. No, this is too tight. Man, this feels gay. What? I've had Black men that can say, man, I don't want to be dressed like this, man. You're gonna have them gays coming at you. So what do you guys think? Because you have a sense of style, and all of a sudden homosexuals are gonna start jumping out of the windows and start trying to offer you sex? You sound crazy. You sound like a kid. But I've heard this stuff from Black men. I don't want to be confused as gay, and that's the thing. It ain't. But here's what happens inevitably. Shout out to use C Boogie as an example. C Boogie didn't say any of these things, but I took him to Suit Supply, and I was putting different things on him. He even said, "I'm uncomfortable with this," because he has broader shoulders. Because the dude is built. The dude's built like a fucking athlete. The sister was trying to help him, but he felt uncomfortable. I can see when men feel uncomfortable. But then as they kind of started to walk and move and see himself in a different way, people started responding to him in a different way. There was a couple that came in and a white woman was with her husband, and she kept looking at him. And she said, "I want you to look like that in a suit." Start relaxing more into it. The colors that he liked initially lined up much more with the military and who he is. But then when I put on that yellow on him, the one that I said popped and looked good, they didn't like it. I had to keep pushing it on, to put on things on him that he normally would not pick. But when you put it out in the public, it's the one thing that everybody keyed on. And it took a little while, and then eventually he started liking it. This is what happens with Black men most of the time, because we see ourselves in a very myopic kind of way. I'm change subject. I'm not talking about C Boogie, and that was just a small example. That happens often. We see ourselves in this way. And the thing is, you don't have to have a suit on every day. But you do need to be dressed age appropriate. But unfortunately, many Black men are afraid of being called gay. That fear keeps a lot of black men in check. So this is when you need to ask yourself a question. Am I this dude he's talking about? Am I really worried about what people who can't do shit for me? People who never would like me in the first place? Even if you did everything they said, if you did everything they said, they wouldn't like you because that would make you beta. Have your own sense of style when it's appropriate. I'm not talking about the workplace. We've had this conversation, but when you're out and about living your life, you have a sense of style that is uniquely you. Own that shit, man, because you have to make separations. You dress for your outcomes and for you. Not for people who don't like you to make them what? Like you? What's the benefit of that? Now, I'm gonna go on the other side. There is a point to where in fashion, designers always push the limit. When I go to fashion weeks or fashion shows, the stuff that's on the runway is not meant to be worn. And that's what you see a lot of times in magazines and things like that. When you saw that Pharrell spread, that was supposed to be art. And Pharrell, as an artist, can get away with that kind of stuff, just like Prince did. It's not meant for mass consumption. It's not meant for guys to walk around dressed like that. Stop being afraid of injecting clothing. If black men, if you don't learn anything else today, stop being afraid of having clothes that fit and accessories. Oh, let's talk about accessories. The one accessory the average black man is okay with wearing is a watch. Cufflinks, that's gay. Pocket square, that's gay. Tie bar, that's gay. You got on bracelets, oh, that's gay. You have a lapel pin, that's gay. Suspenders, gay. You have a messenger bag. If you have anything other than a wallet, it's gay. Forget that. You got on a scarf, it's gay. You got a hat, it's gay. Ignorant people. Because again, you're gonna have to show me the outcomes. You can have an opinion, but show me the outcomes. There is a thing called over-accessorizing, overdoing it. But like anything else, you have to understand where you're going and what you're trying to achieve as far as the outcome. But I challenge you black men to stop worrying about people who don't even like you saying what you wear is gay, or you're gay because you're there, or it's white, or it's lame, or it's corny. All right, man. Let's talk about it. I want to take some questions. I want to take some questions, and I'm going to need at least 10 people to throw something in there because you know what? This show was actually scheduled for midweek, but I wanted to actually stay on the corporate track. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about the next two shows. We're going to be talking about if there's a wall, make a door. If there's a ceiling, use a glass cutter. Stop allowing excuses. We got black men become too passive. There's a wall, there's a door. Motherfucker, make a way. And number two, we're gonna talk about young black men and your frustrations. Women aren't your issue. Women aren't the problem, young black men. And a lot of you frustrated young, angry black men are frustrated, young and angry because you're not dealing with women. You ain't having enough interaction with women. We're going to talk about it in a constructive way, though, because we're going to talk about it in a constructive way. I want to talk to men who have questions about style or fashion and how it relates to their overall image and how things are holding you back. I want to answer some questions because I despise having black men in a prisoner of their own mind, letting what people in your neighborhood see, when I was growing up, my cousins didn't like me because I was like the golden child. They didn't like me. You know, I was always taller, thinner. I stayed in shape. But what I realized is, and what I found out as I got older, my cousins admired me because I made good grades, because I worked hard. They admired the fact that I had the discipline and the work ethic to do things that they weren't prepared to do. It wasn't until our 40s I had my cousins I could say, man, I wanted to be like you. See, that's really what you hear a lot. A lot of times is, and I got a video I'm uploading today about O'Shea. A lot of times as black men, black men, I don't hear this coming from black women. I hear this coming from black men. A lot of times black men just can't give each other a compliment. We're more apt to give you an insult as a backhanded compliment.
Here's to your cup of coffee and donut fan.
Appreciate
her work.
We're more apt to give each other almost like the mafia and the Sopranos. We like to break balls. We won't give each other a straight up compliment. Where'd no homo come from? That's black men. We can't even say, man, hey man, I like those shoes. I mean, I like that jacket, man. We got to throw in, but that don't make me gay. So let's reverse it. Hey man, I like that suit you're wearing, but I'm not gay. Hey man, I like that cologne you're wearing, but I'm not gay. I don't want to give you head. Hey man, that's a cool hat, but I don't want to have sex with you. That sounds crazy. Sounds crazy. When you really put it out there, it sounds nuts. But it is so common in the black community where we just throw the word gay around. Oh man, he wearing a hat, he gay, scarf gay, tie gay. Really? Well, I would love to say it's a YouTube phenomenon. It's not. This has been around for a long time. It's gotten worse on social media where people are anonymous. When people don't have to show their face or use their real names, I don't pay attention to what they say. Honestly. Shout out to Alpha Male Strategies. When he came around the manosphere and kind of got into it with some content creators, he said it. I don't take stuff people on the internet say. It's the internet. He's like, you can cuss and fuss and call me whatever. I mean, you better at that than me, but you're not my face. So we can't do nothing hand in hand. I don't pay no attention. I mean, don't pay attention to what folks who you don't see and you don't know their real name and they got an avatar got to say. Because what they're trying to do is get a rise out of you. They're trying to get you out of character. They're trying to get you out of character, off frame. This is why I don't beef. You can call me whatever you want to. Call me whatever you want to. But if you say something about me that's a lie or slander, especially put it on video, I will flag your channel. I will do what I will get your shit shut down because I'm not playing games. I'm running a business. And that's what I'm saying. Black men who are so worried about how black men are perceived in the world, why are you calling other black men gay and white and lame and corny and all this other kind of stuff?
Using cologne. I have a 5-month-old son and would like to prepare him for style in the future.
Best age to start using cologne? Oh, not that young. You know, I actually started getting interested in it around about 6. And I will tell you why 6. You can start taking martial arts, 5.5, 6. I would not put it on a kid though, because these are chemicals. Let them smell it on you. You know, let them smell it on you. And if anything, there are natural oils you can get, scented oils, things like that. And you can actually make it a project to where you start smelling different fragrances, start training your palate. You know, this is what bergamot smells like, son. This is what oud smells like. This is what musk smells like. You know, that's something you guys can learn together, but don't put it on them at a young age. It's a true life causes cancer, man. Another thing black folks need to get away from. It causes cancer, man. A lot of us still on the plantation kind of, anyway. All right, I want to hear from guys who not co-signing what I say. I want to hear from guys who have questions. Because especially you young guys. You young guys, I'm talking about guys under 30. If you start allowing people who can't help you out to control what you do, you're going to lose. If I would have allowed folks where I was from, who around me, oh, you going to the university, white man ain't gonna never let you have. If I'd have done what they told me to do, I would have never moved out of Oklahoma, and I'd just had me a job somewhere around there. Fear is what drives a lot of this stuff. Fear of the unknown, fear of being left behind. Because this is what the thing is, a lot of times they don't want you to leave them. My cousin had to admit, he's like, I didn't want you to leave because I knew that you, with the way you was going and doing, you was gonna leave. And I was gonna be here stuck. Naysayers want to secretly be you. That's right. Now, it's funny, the pictures I showed you that other brother, I actually had this slideshow prepared once that I was going to do once, but I just decided I'm not trying to prove to some of the people I don't know. Show a guy wearing something that people were like, oh, that's lame or gay, and then show some of the most big, strong alpha males wearing the same thing. Like jeans with holes in the knee. Let me show you something. I've heard Black folk talk about this. You wearing jeans with holes in them, that's gay. Okay. And then you show some of the most butch alpha males wearing the same thing. What are they going to say? He's gay too? Let me let you in. Charles, right now Charles, right now, I want folks that disagree or have an issue. That's what I want, because see, a lot of times brothers won't ask questions because you've been shamed into silence. You've been shamed into silence. Dwayne the been shamed into silence. Looky. Let's see. Let's see what we're looking at. Look at here. Oh man. You wear a man bag. That makes you gay. Huh. Look at that bracelet right there. Kind of like the bracelet, but all this is gay. So The Rock is gay. That's what he is. He's gay because he's got that fanny pack. Let's see who else. Let's see what else we can find. Where was the other stuff I was going to show? Let's see, where were let's see. Destroyed or distressed gene? Distressed gene. See, oh, another thing. Oh, you dress like them dudes out in Hollywood or them stars. You gay. So how is a man supposed to dress? How is a man supposed to dress? Overalls, coveralls, jeans, a hoodie. Nope, that's it. That's all you're supposed to do. I'm not gonna go through all this. So take a quick break. What's going on, Charles?
Kev, what do you think about luxury sneakers like Ferragamo, Gucci, Fendi, etc.?
They are fine. They are fine in moderation. See, the average guy doesn't have the average man, the average black man does not have the basic footwear wardrobe. I've talked to guys who have 50, 60 pairs of sneakers and don't have a pair of double monk strap shoes or boots. Okay, so if you're buying that kind of stuff and you don't have the basics, nah. Because where are you gonna wear this stuff to? Luxury sneakers. Luxury sneakers, and then you got on a pair of trousers. Like the average black man don't have a pair of slacks or trousers. He's got jeans and jeans and joggers and sweatpants. Ask him to go in the closet and get a nice crisp button-down shirt. What? A shirt that's at the cleaners? Shit, I don't go to the cleaners, man. I machine wash it and let it just hang on the iron.
I never even thought about a man bag until you told me, Kevin. I haven't been so comfortable ever since. Thank you for giving up so much game.
So it's like, yeah, you're gonna sit back and, you know, if you live in a city like in New York City or someplace, man, with all the stuff you gotta carry, nah. What's going on, man? I can't hear you. It says spiritual refugees. Go ahead. I can't hear you. There's no audio. Look at Russell Westbrook in the NBA. On the basketball court, man creates miracles. But you'll have people sit back and try to look at what he's wearing and say, he's secretly gay. What do we get from doing this? It's like we gotta find something wrong with the black man who's not living in the box you think he should be. If he ain't dressed like he's coming out of the damn projects, you gotta find the undercover gay dudes.
100 facts from the top to the bottom.
See, he said he's too much. No, not really. He's a celebrity. Go ahead, man. Spiritual refugees, your own. Don't have a wreck, bro. Pull over somewhere and all right, well, let me keep it doing. I mean, I could look at brother RJ, and I guarantee you, if he didn't have his stances that he had on the black community, they will call him gay. If he didn't have this black with the bow ties and the patterns and the jackets, oh man, you'd be all kind of fags. Excuse my French. You take that word out. You'd be all kind of gay. I would tell you who they would. I've been. I'll tell you exactly who they would try to liken your style to. If they didn't like you, see, that's the thing. If they don't like you or they don't understand, or if it's different, it's like, oh, that's different. I'm not used to that. That's not a color combination I'm familiar with. So, you know what you would be? You'd be delivered. That's what it would be. Because you can't wear certain things, you know, you got color. You got color and bow tie and texture, vest And, oh, no. Can't have that. You got to be, he got to secretly be gay. Excuse me? Get on the show, man. Let's get on the show. This guy says, yes, there's a plot to emasculate black men. I don't think Kevin Samuel. First off, you misspelled my name. And I'm not talking about a plot. I'm talking about what black men say about each other. Talking about what black women say about black men. You're so busy worrying about this Illuminati plot out there. There's a plot. It's in the closet. It's under the sheet. It's in the grocery store. It's in the milk. It's in the toothpaste. It's fluoride. It's all this other stuff. You can say that, but you hear what black people say about each other. You're lame. You're wit. That's white. That's gay. What does the plot have to do with any of that stuff? See, excellent eBay shoes. You say one more thing other than what I'm addressing, you're out of here. Because here's what happens. People don't like to address the topic because it blows their narrative. I'm gonna put you in the waiting room, dude. We can't control the media, but we can control what we say about each other. And yeah, we can control the media. Here's how we control it. Stop giving them the images. World Star Hip Hop will go away tomorrow if black folks will stop doing it. If we stop coming out of the house and stop going to Walmart and stop going and just conducting our everyday lives the way we're doing it, you can't make people look like what they refuse to look like. But it ain't, once you really get down to it, honestly, with a lot of black men, it ain't about anything else. It's about a rebellious nature. You can't tell me what to do. I ain't gonna have to deal with your structure and discipline and this and the white man system and that, You got all these different things, but then you still out here having to go to somebody's work, get somebody's paycheck, follow somebody's rules and everything else. So you'll take the scraps and you'll do the bottom, you'll do the minimum, but you won't do what it takes to win. You won't do what it takes to actually challenge him to take what he has. You won't do that. And honestly, black women, even though they look at you as weak, because you won't fight anybody. You won't challenge him. You talk about a plot and all this other stuff. Show me show me what you're doing to win. Show me your work. Don't talk about a plot. Show me your plan. Most of them don't have them. Thank you, Sadie. No pride. No pride in their appearance. No pride in their appearance. No pride in their appearance. No pride in their appearance, and then daddy issues. Yesterday, how many young black men were sitting on there just on this show just mad? I'm in college, but I'm mad. I've traveled the world, but I'm mad. Man, please. Hello? Just pissed. See, I firmly believe that some of us just like to argue. We like to fight. We get off on this shit. If you actually just had to go in and have some pride in your appearance and the way you dress and carry yourself and your image, structure, discipline, consistency, that would be boring. We don't want to be boring. We want drama. We want smoke. We want heat. We want contention. I've had professional black women ask me why I dress up so much. Then they were not professional black women. What do you call professional black women? If you have professional black women, they're dressed up. That's what you just said. Excellent eBay shoes. I've had professional black women ask me why I dress up so much. If they're professional black women, they're dressed up. Why would they question you? Are you calling them professional when they're really not professional? Rome Moreau says, I bought a pair of Chelsea boots once, and I've had the cashier ask me, what's the occasion? That's how shitty black men's image is. Yes, let's talk about it. As a black man, when you walk into your office and you have a suit on, they think you're either going to a funeral, court, or somebody, a funeral or court. That's how shitty your image is, black man. And you think not putting on some clothes and not having a sense of style is going to improve that? You said that first off, the keyword is cashier. No, it's not the cashier. The cashier is just a person. Do you expect the average black man? What do you expect the average black man to look like out in the workaday world? I'll tell you what I expect them to look like. I expect them to have on jeans, some sort of graphic t-shirt. When it's cooler, some sort of jacket, a hoodie, a jean jacket. 90% of the time in some form of athletic shoes. And when they're not athletic shoes, I'll say 80% of the time in some sort of athletic shoes. And if not that, some sort of work boot, like a Timberland kind of something like that, but never shoes, never. And usually if he has something on his head, it's a ball cap. I expect that's what he'll look like. No trousers, no button-up shirts, no polos, none of that. That's not what Atlanta got. More black folks than I've ever seen, and all day. Don't matter how much money's in their pocket. Appreciate it, Patrick. Don't matter how. I mean, you see brothers.
Another great show.
You see brothers.
Appreciated.
You see brothers with huge David Yurman chains. I mean, I'm place where I go get my glasses, man. They sell Cartier glasses. You see guys coming in, and you know they got money, but it don't matter. From 20 to 60. And how's that working for us? What is the cost for a Versace suit? I don't know. And mad at women. Yep. So if you don't have any questions, I'm not going to get on the panel. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, because I got some stuff to do. But I wanted to address this. Stop worrying about people who call everything that they don't like, or they don't wear, or they don't understand, or too ignorant to know, or whatever, gay. You go out and dress, and if you dress, they're going to say you're either gay or white. And you got to get okay with that. But what they can't call you is broke. What they can't call you is unsuccessful. Again, tell me when you have somebody above you saying stuff like this, when they're doing better than you, when they're in a position where they can help you. It's not what happens. You're going to have to pick a side. You're going to have to pick a side. You're either going to have to try to learn how to be liked by people who will never like you, or have enough self-respect, self-esteem to say, kiss my ass. I'll beat you in anything you want to. Because that's one thing people don't equate for. See, it's one thing to insult you. If they get in your head and you start losing, then they're trying to make you lose. They're trying to destroy you from the inside. But if you keep on going, keep on winning, And you just have to say, let's line up outcomes. Yeah, I look gay, I look white, I'm lame. Let's line them up. Let's check, let's show the work. Let's see what the work looks like. You don't get a bunch of, oh man, whatever, man. I ain't trying to compete on the white man's stats or the white man's rules. You're gonna get some form of, I don't want that. I don't want to try to compete with you on, on anything tangible. I want to keep it vague. I want to keep it insults. I want to keep it funny, and I want to keep it comedy. Ha 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 ha. All right. Roast, snap, cuss, all that. Let them talk about you on the corner while you go into the penthouse. Let them sit there on the corner talking shit about you all day long while you go to the penthouse. Because guess what? When you come down from the penthouse, they're going to still be on the corner talking shit. Some of the players may change. Some, they're going to remain the same. You walk by, look at that old lame N-word. Look at that old corny white boy. Right. You keep on doing what you're doing. But they stand right there. You're the one in motion. Stop worrying about what stationary people are doing when you're in motion. Who's winning? Again, outcomes, results. This is what men do. You ain't gonna be the best, the most funny snapping, roasting, insult, and all this other kind of stuff. Where can you how much is that worth in the open market? How much is that worth in the open market? What's there? How much is that? How much can you invest in that? When you have somebody who's in need, one of your friends or family members in need.
For you, Kevin, what's the good part to start working out your clothing part?
When you're in need or something like that, who do people call on when they need help? When they want to laugh and joke and everything else, where do they go? But when it's, oh, my, so this happened, my car broke down, I need this, I need that. Who are they talking to? Who are they calling in? The gay, the white dude, the lame, the cornball, the dude with the outcomes. Kevin, what's a good part to start working? What's a good part to start working out of clothing? Both? It's not either or, it's and. Get your ass in the gym and get your clothing together. Sleep less. Yeah, it's not what they call you, it's what you answer to. You know how many times I've been called gay in my life? Fag and all sorts of kind of stuff. But see, here's the thing. This is why I say, men, we keep scoring in a very primitive way, fighting and fucking. I got 3 black belts. And I've personally been with hundreds of women. So I'm confident in myself. But what I've never had happen is somebody step to me and want the heat. Because there's a point to where there's no more conversation. See, most men won't, most of these people who say all this other stuff, they're not going to say it to your face, because that's when the talking stops and the boxing starts. And see, the worst thing they could have happen is they got to take the chance of actually having a conflict with you. You think they want to get beat up by a dude that they call gay and weak and lame? See, they'll do all this, people will do all this stuff away from you. And honestly, for the people who would say it to you, let's just say you are somewhere and somebody decides to say, look at this old sellout, da 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 da. You really want the mark on your record? You really want a felony? You want felony assault? It ain't worth it. I mean, be real. Most of the time, people who would do that kind of stuff ain't worth your time. And the real issue is the problem ain't with you. The problem is how they view themselves. I'm gonna just be honest. Personally, I pity a lot of these people. I honestly pity people like this. Especially the men. I pity grown men who sit around calling black men gay, white, corny. I mean, now we're talking about gay in particular. I pity that. I truly do. Because I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, you're a grown man. You're not 15, 18. You know, at what age, that's tomorrow, that's Saturday's broadcast. At what age are black men supposed to grow up? At what age are you supposed to start carrying yourself like a man, a serious man, a man who's understands and is involved? I mean, a man. At what age are you supposed to mature and carry yourself? Because honestly, with people deciding to get married later in life, we have far too many guys who are 15 years behind emotion developmentally. You got guys 40 years old still talking like 25-year-olds. And I pity these guys when they start throwing insults at other people. Do whatever you want. Live however you want. When you start actually throwing stuff out at other people, I'm like, my. That's sad. Sad. Their only source of pride stems from being knuckle dragging caveman. Is that a fucking, you know, it's low grade manhood. And that's why I say, when you become, okay, broadcast over. Velvet Jones about to come out now. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now, shout out to Alan Roger Curry, shout out to Ron Wills. When you get to this level where you're a professional player, where you can holler at women anywhere, professional women, I want to say women from the hood, when you can talk to women anywhere, when you get choosing signals from women in general, you don't have to worry about dudes who talk all this stuff because they can't beat you. They never want to just take a challenge and say, all right, man, cut all the bullshit. Let's just head out. Let's just go. Let's go to the spot. Let's go out here and let's just see who catch the most fish. No, man, forget all that. No. Let's just go right now. Sight unseen. Let's do it. Because they can't deliver. You can't deliver. And see, as somebody who is competitive, who knows I can go anywhere and win, and even if I don't beat you, I'm gonna still get mine. See, professional players, 92 octane professional players, it's the cream of the crop. You know, Blake Henry, the dudes I'm talking about, my boys are the guys that women want. They're the guys that women want. They're the guys that can get it done. They can compete in the corporate world, whether it's blue collar or white, in the corporate world, white collar, they can do blue collar, whatever they do, but they still got some style and grace and class and something about them. They're not knuckle dragging cavemen that just say that, you know, that women aren't embarrassed. That women can't be like, man, I love my dude, but I can't take him nowhere. I can't take this dude nowhere. I can't go nowhere. That's one of the major complaints I get from black women. I love my dude, but I can't take this Negro nowhere. He don't know nothing. He don't want to know nothing. He ain't interested in knowing nothing. He's not interested in being anything other than what he is. He wants to be no greater than what he is. Feels like if he has to learn anything other than what he already knows, that diminishes his blackness. So if I want to go out and do something, art gallery or opening or this or that, I end up having to not go because I can't take this dude nowhere, because he can't even go somewhere for 2 hours and play the game. Even if I decide to put him in a suit, and if I bought his clothes and said, okay, honey, even if it was free, I can't go, because he wouldn't go there and he wouldn't act right. He'd go there and he'd make a fool out of himself and embarrass me. Tell me I said any lies. I'm telling you what I hear from women about too many black men today. It's almost like women are almost like, I'm the man in the relationship. I can go to these places and play the game and do what I need to do, but he's the emotional biatch. Let's go over here to this charity function. Man, I don't want to go over there with them old Peckerwoods. I don't want to go over there with them folks. I don't want to go over there with them. I don't want to go over there with that. All right, well, we're starting this business and, we need to get out here and network and da-da-da. Yeah, but I ain't trying to go over there and kiss them white folk ass and da-da-da-da. All right. But we ain't got to like them. We just got to go do business with them. Man, whatever. So then what's she to do? What's she to do? She either has to go by herself or not go. And then what happens? The event goes on. Business is happening. Deals are getting done. And your ass is stuck. Again, stop worrying about people who ain't going nowhere when you in motion. Stop worrying about people who stuck on the corner when you in motion. Because let's get real, because far too often, a lot of women are with dudes that they shouldn't be with. And they know they shouldn't be with them. They shouldn't be with them because the dude don't want nothing. He don't want nothing. He doesn't want anything other than to sit there and be comfortable. Talk a good game. Talk about getting out here fighting and struggling, but when it's time to actually get involved, no. Because at the end of the day, when you get in that ring, when you get on that court, when you get on that field, the talking is over. The game starts. And you know good and damn well, if you've ever been a fighter, like myself, when I fought full contact, there's practice, there's sparring, but then there's the match. And when the match is, there's no timeouts, there's no taking a break. When you're in the match, you either win or you lose. And there is no pulling up. See, men who competitive, they don't quit. They want the game. They want to get in the match. They want that. So stop worrying about people calling you gay because you actually have some style. Stop worrying about people calling you white because you actually have some class, some pride, some standards. They ain't never gonna like you. So don't worry about what they gotta say. Don't insult them, don't argue with them. Let them say what they gotta say. They'll be on the corner while you go into the penthouse. But here's the last part of it. The world watches. The women watch. And I'm gonna say this too. The women watch. I want to take you back to what I just said when I was in college. When the knuckleheads would come up to the college and try to holler at the college women laughed at them. Man, get out of here with that Easy Jerry Curl on. You get none of these AKA Delta draws. No, sir. No. You cool, you funny, yeah, you all that, but you get none of this Jack and Jill coochie. Nah, I can't be with your broke bus driving ass. I am going to be an accountant or an attorney or nah. What I look like dealing with you. I can't bring you home to Cliff and Claire, nigga, please. What? No. I'll dance with you. Shit, you may even get a chance to suck on that little nipple or something. I may even give you the draws, but take you in public. You with that gutter mouth, the way you look, the way you talk, I'm supposed to take you around my people, my social circle. No, not gonna happen. You better take this bathroom stall coochie and break my back real quick, and we'll have a good memory. But Negro, please, no. See, when dudes are sitting like that, they make them feel some kind of way. They make them feel some kind of way. They don't want to keep getting laughed at and clowned because their manhood is, they're like, oh shit, I can't get it. I can't keep it. Whose fault is that? You want more, you want a higher quality, you better compete. It don't go the other way around. It ain't like dudes go from the penthouse trying to go to the hood to try to holler at the hood chicks. Who want that? That ain't what happened. And the hood chicks would love to be, oh, save me. I don't like sit up in this mug either. See, we try to act like it is what it ain't. You act like it is what it ain't. And see, that's what do we call black elite? Now, some people keep talking about black elite, black elite. I reject these terms. What is the non-black correlation to black elite? What do white people call the people who fit in this category? What do Asian people call the group that fits in this category? What do Hispanic people call? What do Middle Eastern people call who fit in this category? They don't call them the white elite or the Mexican or Hispanic elite or the Arabic elite or the Asian elite. It is, who are they? They're the business class. See, we keep talking about this elitism. And see, when you can throw something in and use the word elite, then that can make it seem like you're looking your nose down on somebody. I'm not talking about looking down on somebody who didn't go anywhere. When the dudes from the hood came up to the yard, I didn't look down on them because they weren't in the yard. Nope. If anything, it was them that had the problem because of how they viewed themselves. They looked at us like we supposed to look down on them. We like, you can go ahead and come in here too. You just ain't gonna get what you would get in the hood. You get what you can keep. You eat what you kill. Nobody care about your hood swag here. Those things, that only works over there. You want to holler at one of these chicks in here? Shit, ain't nobody got no cuffs on her. Holler at her. I reject this whole elite thing. Not elite. We're just doing something. Taking life seriously. Trying to get some things accomplished. Trying to move up, move around. Own your own stuff. Go to work in an organization. Learn from them. Start your own stuff. Hire people. Do you think you're going to go out and start your own business and you're going to be the CEO of the organization and dress like a little boy? Really? Who's going to sign contracts with you in your organization with that kind of personal brand, that professional brand? Man, please, y'all better learn. It's time to grow up, black men. Part of growing up is dressing like a man. Because honestly, what being called gay and being white is rejecting masculine manhood standards of image and proportion. That's what it really is. And like I said, before I listen to anybody, you got to ask myself, do I want your life? Before I listen to what you got to say, I got to ask, do I want your life? Or can you put me in a position to get better than what I got? Brian says, I don't understand why people still argue with this material, because this material is about stopping the words and starting the results. Because this material is about getting in the ring, getting in the game, and actually having to actually show your work. See, when you're a fighter, you styles make fights. When you get in the ring, it's all talking is over. Tyson said, everybody got to play until they get hit. And who likes to lose? See, you get in the ring, you got a chance to win, you got a chance to lose. Most guys are more afraid of actually losing than the regret of not trying. That's why I say, if you can match your arms and show me what you've done. Show me where you tried it your way and show me what you've done versus talking. Well, I tried it this way, this didn't work. I did this, it didn't work. That's where you got something. It's no different than when I coach or work with a guy and he has a problem, he's having problems with his image or problems with approaching women or talking to women. I don't have, and you got 11 million questions. How do I approach a woman when she's a group of people? How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I talk to the beautiful woman? How do I get this? How do I approach it? Well, tell me what happened the last time you did it. Well, I wanted to know how to do it. Well, tell me what happened the last time you did it. Well, one time I was out and I saw this group of women and I saw these people and I saw this woman. All right, tell me what happened. You approached it. I didn't. There you go. You didn't. There's nothing else to talk about. I can't help you if you didn't do it. If you went over there and approached, and if you at least approached and said, I walked that way and I tripped, fell on my face. I tripped, spilled my drink and fell on my face. We can at least work with that. If you say I went over and I introduced myself and I stuttered and the woman laughed at me or whatever, we can at least work with that. What we can't work with is all the possible scenarios, what would have happened if you'd have at least tried. All right, let me see where we're at because I'm gonna get up off of here. I'm gonna say it again. I've never been called gay by a man who's doing better than me. Guys I'm talking about, that's the worst way. It really comes right down to, you'll never really be insulted by people who are doing better than you. All right. Man bag. Oh, okay. That's what they want to talk about, the man bag. All right. Here's the thing about bag. You go back to the 70s and you know who carried the bags? The pimps, the players, and the max. The men with the most women carried the bag. You know what they carried in that bag? They usually carried a knife or a 22 or a 25. They carried some sort of comb. They carried a little bit of an 8-ball in there. That's what they carried. Go back. Go look at Bishop Don Majuan. Just go on YouTube and look back in the 70s and see who was carrying the bag. Bags have been carried either with a wrist handle and a strap or worn across for men for decades. In the 80s, they started this fanny pack thing, and then it became associated with nerds, just like the wire rim glasses and the pocket protectors. So they fell out of fashion, especially with Black men, because Black men hate to be called nerd, geek, or whatever. But today, you see a messenger bag, a backpack, a bag of all kinds of sorts. What are you carrying? You're carrying your keys, your wallet, your mobile phone at a minimum. Those are 3 things. Those 3 things at a minimum. If you dress like a man and your clothes fit, all that stuff in your pockets is bulky and bulging and it throws off the actual fit. But when you're walking around in jeans or sweats or baggy clothes, it don't matter. See, if your clothes don't fit like a grown man's supposed to have his clothes fit, you can jam all kind of shit. When your pants are sagging down on your ass and you can put all that. But see, men have always carried something. A messenger bag, a planner, businessmen had a briefcase, an attaché case, something. That was how one of the things that you could easily distinguish a white collar from a blue collar man, because the white collar man had paperwork, papers. Blue collar men didn't. Carrying a bag is, when people sit around calling it a merce and everything else, I'm like, do you realize how much you're restricting or sticking Black men in a box? Because in Atlanta, I go out every day and I see some of the most hardcore looking dudes with Louis Vuitton bags strapped across the back or strapped across whatever, wearing them like I do. You see them all the time around here. Some of the hardest of the hard looking dudes. Then you still see some for the business dudes. Guys, get you a bag and put what you want in there, especially if you wear glasses. You got all kind of stuff to carry on you these days, man. And you should stop letting people who cannot do anything for you shame you into not doing it. You know how many, you know how much business this bag and the bags that I carry got me? Because I'm telling you what tends to happen. I'm walking around and I'm dressed. People, I like that. I like that. Black women love it. Women love it. Oh, I like that. I like that. Dudes, yeah, what's up? What's up? But inevitably, somebody be like, man, where'd you get that? I like that look. I should look. I like the way you put together. I'm like, yeah, I should. I'm an image consultant. Oh, you are? Or what is it? I'm looking for somebody. These are employees. Honestly, these things start conversations. Frames, fragrance, footwear. When and my project upgrade is coming up, I'm going to be looking for guys to style into my project upgrade, but we're also going to be doing the little fashion icon thing. Look at what I just did, a video about Jeff Goldblum and his eyewear. Eyewear, things like this, guys, I'm telling you, it all creates opportunities. It all creates opportunities. Let me show you this. When you're dressed like this, gentlemen, any one of these pictures creates opportunities. Opportunities to stand out from the crowd, to display your own unique sense of style, to feel good about yourself in any given environment. And people like to talk to people. People like to know people like that. But you know what? If you're antisocial, if you're rebellious, if you're a jerk, if you're mean, if you're hard to get along with, if you're a caveman, you don't want to talk to people. And that's the real trouble. A lot of times guys dress down like that because they have little to no real social skills. And they only want to talk to people they know. So they dress that way as a way to keep people away from them. You hear me? That's what they do. They dress that way because they're trying to make themselves look unapproachable. Let me look fearsome. Let me look mean. Let me look this way so I don't have to talk. I don't have to expand. I don't have to grow. I can just sit over here in my own world. Good for you. Good for you. Stay in your own world. Stay on the corner. But lead the dudes is going to the penthouse B. Well, actually, you don't have to leave us B. Keep saying it. Keep calling them gay. Keep calling them white. But you ain't going to call them as unsuccessful or broke. And at the end of the day, you can't beat them. If you could, you wouldn't worry. Peace.